Hello, mathematicians! Welcome back for another lesson on using the tools that we know to solve addition and subtraction problems. I talked a lot yesterday, then I sent you off to do practice. How'd it go? All right, I'm hoping that everybody felt really good about being able to use pictures. One of the things about pictures is that it's super easy to just draw right there on your math paper as you're working. All right, well, let's learn about another tool that's in the toolbox today. Before we get started, remember we had a goal that we talked about yesterday, and that goal is I can use tools to solve problems, and I can show my work for addition and subtraction. And both of those goals are super important for what we're doing. I also mentioned something else yesterday, but our video was getting way too long to talk about it, so I thought I'd re-talk about it a little bit today. What I said to you is when you see a math problem, an equation, there are three things you need to do. You need to see it. And when I say see it, I mean look at the symbol. Is it asking you to add or subtract? That should always be your first go-to. Add or subtract, what's going on in the story. And then you need to say it, because sometimes when you say the math problem, a plan starts to formulate in your head, sometimes even an answer. Like when Mrs. Z says, 1 plus 1 equals. Oh, did you feel it? It's like, bang, it goes right there. And already I start to form a plan of how I'm going to solve it. So if you will see it, say it, and then solve it. And look at those mathematicians, boys and girls. Those mathematicians are not just writing the answer. They're thinking and drawing and using everything they can to solve that problem. So when I refer to see it, say it, solve it, you'll know what I'm talking about, okay? All right, so let's get on to today's tool. Today's tool is probably my favorite, and the reason is because I like a cup of stuff. That's what I call it, a cup of stuff. And if we were in kindergarten right now, I'd be introducing you to all my cups of stuff. It's just things that I've collected, small bears, small frogs, little people, rocks, jewels, keys, and of course, my all-time favorite, frogs. So a cup of stuff. What they're actually called is manipulatives. Yeah, it's things you can hold in your hand and use and show when you're doing subtraction. Look, more frogs. I tell you, I love them. And it can be big, it can be small, it can be anything that you have. Here's some that actually work on the magnetic board. I don't think that's magnetic. They can be used on the magnetic board or anything that you have. Here's some that are just little tiles. And of course, the best manipulatives are the manipulatives that you can eat. Right? So you can use a little bag of Skittles, fruit snacks, M&Ms. Smarty Math is so yum. Any little thing that you have, you can pull out that cereal again, those nuts. I've seen lots of you using fish crackers, anything like that that you can pull out. These are all considered manipulatives, something you can hold in your hand, touch. You might even want to ask Mom for a little container and say, Mom, I want to make a collection. Can I make a cup of stuff? Not a cup of soup. Totally different than cup of soup. A cup of stuff, something that you can have at the ready, so when you start to do your math, you're ready to go. And you can use any of this as that manipulative to work out the math problems, okay? So we're going to go forward, and then what you'll have attached to your email today is another practice page. And the instructions say on that practice page to use manipulatives. All right, so you're going to want to go gather some cups of stuff or baggies of stuff if you don't got cups. All right, so we're going to start today with a math problem. I'm going to have a math problem for you, and then we're going to talk about how we could use these things to help us solve the math problem, okay? Actually, I think I'm going to grab a bigger marker. Hold on. Pardon. Beep, beep, beep. I'm coming back. I'm back. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. This little marker is really cute, but it's not very functional. All right. So I've got some markers so I can show you some different problems. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm counting on Mr. Ziegler today to call out some numbers so that I don't do all the same problems again. I'm really hoping I don't do 2 + 2 = 4 again. All right. So when you are getting ready to do your math, you're going to see an equation. Okay, let's see. Ooh, we didn't do 3 plus something yesterday, did we?
Yeah, 3 plus, you used 3 a lot though.
I did use 3 a lot. I used 3 a lot. I'm trying to keep these numbers at the beginning a lot lower than 5. I'm trying to keep numbers that aren't scary and horrible. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this one. 3 plus 1. Or did I do that one yesterday? It feels like I did that one yesterday.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
Mr. Ziegler is not remembering. I'm going to have to write these down so that I remember. I'll make a worksheet for next time. Mrs. Z is so very sorry. But all of a sudden that felt very familiar. All right, so I'm going to do 1 plus 5. That's what I'm going to do. And Mr. Ziegler is going to be back there thinking of more numbers, and I won't put him on the spot again. So you get this problem. Oh, see it? See it? And see already? I'm going to be doing addition. Okay? So 1 plus 5 equals. Now I know you want to call it out, but we don't want to today. What we want to do is solve it. So I have my 1 plus 5 over here. Okay? And what I'm going to do is get my cup of stuff out, and I'm going to make a pile. A pile of whatever that first number is. What is that first number? Yeah, 1. So I put one little froggy on the table. Is it because they're so small? Are you okay? Okay. So I've got my one little froggy right there. And then I'm going to add some more to my pile. How many more am I going to add to my pile? How many more? That's right. I'm going to pull out more froggies. Now, here's the important part. See that 1? He needs to be separate from the 5. So look what I did. A finger space. I left a finger space so that my brain remembers I started with 1 and now I'm adding 5 more. Okay? Do you see how I made 2 piles? 1 and 5 more. Do you see that? Now it's okay to take them now, bam, and put them all together because now my brain knows I'm doing 1 plus 5. Now how do I figure out my answer? I mean, really, how do I figure out my answer? Oh, that's right. I'm going to go ahead and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nicely done. I can write my answer. I can send a picture to my teacher. She sees my work. She knows that when I did this today, I used my little froggies to help tell the story, and that works. Okay, do you see how that kind of worked, boys and girls? Okay, 1 plus 5. All right, let's do another math problem. Sorry, froggies, back in the cup. Back in the cup. Let's go ahead and erase. Come up with another problem. All right, let's do another addition. Let's do, okay, that's probably pretty too big. 3 plus 2. Did we do that yesterday? I really don't remember, boys and girls. I'm so sorry. 3 plus, see it? See it? It's an adding story. I'm going to be adding today. It's 3 plus 2 equals. Do you see how I said it? See it, say it, solve it. Now I'm going to solve it. I'm going to come over to my cups of stuff. It says in my problem that I'm starting with how many frogs? Yeah, starting with 3 frogs. All right, there I am starting with 3 frogs. And now I'm going to add, good answer. I'm going to add 2 more. I'm so glad you guys are here to help me. This is a lot of think for this mathematician. All right, so here I am. I've got my 3. I've got my 2. I've proved it. I can squish them together. And I'm going to go ahead and count them all up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 plus 2 equals, that's right, boys and girls, 5. All right. And again, I've got the proof right here. If anybody came up to me and said 3 plus 2 equals 5, I'd be like, why, yes, yes, it does. Would you like to see the proof? And you can even have them test it, check it out. Have them do the 3, have them do the 2, and it equals the 5. All right? Super job, guys. Now let's take a look at subtraction because, of course, like always, subtraction is a different kind of thing. What was that? Oh, you want me to use the M&Ms? Okay. I told you the very best math is that kind you can eat. They're the very best manipulatives. All right, let me erase my problem here. And we're going to go ahead and start with 6. How's that? 6 is a good number. Feels good to me too. So I have 6 M&Ms, and I'm going to find another pen that works, but that's okay. It'll be okay. 6, and I'm going to take away, oh, there's an M&M monster in the room right now, and in a minute, he's going to come up, and he's going to eat 4 of my M&Ms. And I want to find out if this M&M monster comes in here and he eats 4 of my 6, how many am I going to have left? So here I am. I'm going to count out how many. Oh, yeah, you think that's a little tricky? So let's refer back to the equation, okay? How many does it say I'm starting with? This whole pile, okay? I'm only starting with 6 of them. That is super important, and I'm glad you asked that question because it is super important to remember I'm only starting with 6 of them, okay? Now the M&M monster is going to come along, and what's that M&M monster going to do? What's that M&M monster going to do? Is he going to get more from this pile? No way. He's going to take them away from this pile. Wait, don't really eat him yet. Oh, he was so close. I want to put him over here so you can kind of see. So they're taken away. If you were using the frogs, you would actually put out, let me show you really quick. I'm sorry, friends. You would actually put out 6 frogs, okay? And you would actually put 4 frogs back in the cup. You wouldn't get more frogs out. You would actually put 4 frogs back in the cup, okay? But since we used the M&M treats, the monster came, gobbled those 4 up, unless you're not done with your mouth, so that you can see. When I started, I had 6. The monster gobbled up 4, and look what's all right here. Look what that is. Guess what that is? Yeah, that's the answer. That's the answer. If I start with 6 M&Ms and the monster eats 4 M&Ms, then I must have, that's right, 2 M&Ms left. And I didn't count those 4. I only counted those 2. All right. Whew, that was a close one. Can you believe that monster almost ate my M&Ms, my math? All right, let's get ready for the next one. All right. You guys are doing very good, by the way. I'm very proud of you. Being very careful in the questions you're asking. Here we go. So here's our next math problem. Let's say we have 4. 4 good? We have 4 somethings, okay? And in a minute, 2 are going to disappear. All right? Boy, I am buying more markers as soon as we are done. This is so funny. All right, so 4, I see it. See that problem? First thing I see is it's takeaway. Totally different than adding. Takeaway. 4 take away 2. 4 take away 2 equals, okay? That's my story. I'm sticking to it. And here I am. I'm going to pull out 4 of these M&Ms. See how I pulled out 4 of them? You can see looking really quick that I have 4 M&Ms, okay? Now, in the story it said that a monster was going to come and eat 2 of them. All right. is so funny. Did you see what happened? Yeah. Did he eat all of them? No. He only ate 2. That was the story. We started with 4 and 2 got gobbled up by a monster. Oh, I love it. So look what's right here. Look what's right here. The answer is right there ready for us to write. The purple one didn't work either, did it? All right, here we go. 4 take away 2 equals how many? How many? Yeah. Oh my goodness, boys and girls. I promise these. Anywho, how many is left? 2. All right. Whoo, you guys. I will get some markers. I apologize for that. And I apologize for cute little Emma who showed up again today to help us with our math. I think he is so much fun. All right, here's what we need to see. Let's recap. Here we go. Today we talked about another math tool. A math tool that will help us solve problems. Remember, our goal was that we would be able to use tools to solve problems. And of course, show my work for addition and subtraction. We also talked about see it, say it, solve it. The tool we used today were manipulatives. Go around your house, find little cups, get little baggies, find little things that you can keep close at hand that you could use in your toolbox to help you solve. And if mom says it's okay, like I said, the treats and snacks are kind of fun. So you want to have these manipulatives on hand because today you're going to find a paper that has 4 math problems, and we're going to want you to use some kind of something that you have in your house. It doesn't matter what it was. Definitely doesn't have to be frogs or M&Ms. It can be anything that you have that you can pull out. Remember, when you're adding, what you're doing, and when you're subtracting, what's happening. All right? Thanks, boys and girls. I love my mathematician friends. Have a great day.